The Lord is changing our appetite. There's been a removal of things from our lives that's left us hungry. The Lord has done a purging. And over this past year and over these past seasons, the Lord has purged and purged and purged. And there's been a process that the Lord has curved the appetite, the desire of our heart. And there's a deep hunger that God is releasing, but we have to grab a hold of it. And grabbing a hold of that deep hunger that only God can release for the deeper things, for the deeper places, for the things of His Spirit, will release the next measure and the level that God wants to take us to individually and corporately. You know, a lot of times there are times when God takes us through these kinds of seasons, and even there's like this in the natural, we're hungry all the time. We're hungry, we want to eat, nothing will satisfy. That's because there's a spiritual hunger that God is stirring. And there's a stirring even now in the room, and the Lord wants us to respond. And I want to encourage you, if there's a stirring in your appetite, and there's a stirring in your spirit, and you want to respond to the Lord, and you want to say, I want to go to that deeper place. I want that deep hunger, that place of the deep calling out to the deep. God, the deep billows of you. I want you to come down and worship as we sing this song again as a response to the Spirit of God, that I want the deep things of your heart. I want my life to come into that place that you want it to, that purging, that thing that you've been doing in my heart and in my life, God. I want to come to the next level. I want to be filled, God. There is a hunger that only God can release. There's a deep in your spirit and in your soul that only God can release, only the Lord can fulfill. And as we sing this song again, release the fullness. Let it be the cry of your heart this morning to say, God, I want the deep places of you. Father, today, release the deep calling, the deep that meets to the deep of you that comes to the place of the emptiness of us. We empty ourselves this morning of ourselves and the things that distract us. Lord, let a sweeping come across and a cutting off of those things that would try to steal our attention, try to steal our focus of who we are and what you want us to do in this hour.
Kind of glory come, kind of glory.
Sing it out to the Lord. Let it be the cry of your heart this morning. Release your fullness, God, to me this morning.
Kind of glory come, kind of glory come. Release the fullness of your
Sing it out to the Lord this morning. Lift up your voice. Release the deep. Let the deep cry. The deep cry come out. The cry. The deep calling unto the deep.